Pulse Radio is invading your airwaves. Be on the lookout.
Geeks and Gamers.
Welcome, Geeks and Gamers, to Geek Pulse Gaming Episode 18. I am your host, El Capitan Ray Osorio, and joining me in this continuous co-op adventure of Shade are the multiple choice gamer, aka the new Mr. Switch, Aaron Morris.
LaCroix is a not good beverage.
And the man of many nicknames, and we tout him as Lord Squeenix himself, Ray Apollo Williams.
You know, I show up here and I'm nothing but nice to y'all. And then you just talk about the stuff that I like. You discredit the things that I bring up. I don't know. I'm going straight.
Yeah. LaCroix. The flavorless drink.
Oh man. So anyway, how's everybody doing?
I was fine up until 5 minutes ago.
So no, it's just things that the thing that you brought up, and we'll talk about it some, was the one thing that Xbox fanboys were like, oh my god, we have the gaming cloud. We have the gaming cloud. And the gaming cloud is like, the gaming cloud is not going to be as big of a thing as people want to make it out to be. And it still hasn't really done anything in actual, making games better yet.
So what you're saying is it hasn't done anything as big as you'd like it to.
It hasn't done anything big, period. The Drivatar thing was the only thing that they've used the gaming thing for, and it was all right.
It hasn't put out any cardboard and markers.
I mean, it also hasn't put out any extra games. So
that's true. That's true.
And we'll save that for later. So anyway, other than that, how's everybody been since last week's show? We did have we had our friend one of the Morgans on. Great talk we had last week.
I liked him so much that I shot him.
Yeah, we actually dragged Ray onto PUBG yesterday with us for a little bit, and Ray shot John Morgan.
Listen, there's a whole story to that. Don't even just put it out like that.
That sounds so bad, Ray.
So look.
Murdered his partner.
Was, from Sports Wars on the show last episode. I love that guy. He's my friend now. And we cemented that relationship in PUBG. So
you cemented it by shooting him.
Listen, all right.
With a shotgun.
There's more to it than that.
Ooh, with the shotgun.
How much more to a story can there be other than you see your partner, you shoot him, and your partner dies?
So we were all getting shot. By the way, I think Aaron's like almost dead, by the way. Oh my God, there's a guy running out past your door, Ray. Oh, okay. I'm going to run out and shoot this man that's running by my door. Didn't say that John was also out there, by the way. Guess who got shot? Not the bad guy, and totally John.
You are a terrible human being. Right?
I am a great human being. And by the way, had it actually been an enemy, like Aaron said, that enemy would have died.
So now he's going to spin this into some sort of tale of I made up the fact that there was an actual enemy
that's
over
what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Listen, you said somebody's outside your door, Ray. What did
there was.
I shot him, but I was supposed to.
There was an enemy outside the door. There also happened to be your teammate outside the door.
Your teammate that you shot in the face.
That part.
You had a choice. You had a choice between shooting two people, one being your teammate, one being the bad guy.
I shot the first person that I saw because you said singular, one person.
Oh man! So we'll talk about more about that in a minute. But now that we kind of got that out of the way, it's been a crazy week since last week. We've had some new games come out.
Ooh,
Ray's been playing some things. I haven't played it yet because I haven't got it yet. I'll be getting it soon. The one game. But let's go ahead and jump into the Geeks and Gamers Arcade. So for those of you guys that may not be familiar, or hey, if you're coming back. We have the what we've been playing, the new releases for the week, and AKA Ray's no money list because Mr. Apollo likes to buy things.
I do.
And it looks like it's another nice little Thursday for Switch again.
Of course, I'm just used to it now. Just used to it.
So starting with on Tuesday, January 30th. I can't believe we're already at the end of January in 2018 already.
Oh, I'm okay.
It's crazy.
It's closer to Black Panther.
So we have Dissidia Final Fantasy NT coming to PS4. Then we have Cold Iron coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. We have Bricks 2 coming to PS4.
Is that like another Minecraft clone? You know how we are against those on this show.
It does look like Cold Iron is also coming to PSVR. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I need to start figuring out why they do that to me with the list. Feral Fury is coming to PS4. So watch out, Aaron. Better lock up your cats because Feral Fury's coming.
Oh my god!
This kind of made me sad when I heard the name. I was like, "What?"
So then we have the Pierhead Arcade coming to PS4. Out of Ammo is coming to PSVR. What?
You mean like all of my time in Call of Duty games? Yeah.
or the opposite of what you were when you saw your partner, John Morgan, and you shot him.
Next time I'm shooting you.
Now he's gonna be Lord Squeenix, the man who murdered John Morgan in cold blood. Murderer.
I didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident.
I don't know where he's gonna like John Morgan's in-game character is gonna start haunting him now whenever he plays PUBG.
Oh my god!
You shot me.
It was a damn good shot too.
Railway Empire is coming to Xbox One and PS4. Striker's Edge is coming to PS4. We have Time Recoil coming to Vita.
Yeah.
Wolverblade coming to PS4.
Vita.
And then Assemblance coming to Xbox One. Yeah, Vita got a game.
So did Xbox One exclusively.
Yeah,
we have
two of them actually.
We have Frutakia 2 coming to PS4.
That's a made-up name.
Then Wolverblade is coming also to Xbox One.
That's a made-up name.
January 31st.
Yeah.
Her Majesty Spiffing coming to Switch.
I don't know how I feel about that name.
I don't know how.
That's an interesting one. We could take that one of two ways.
Yeah.
Then we have Island Flight Simulators coming to Switch. Woo! Night in the Woods.
Wait, is that Pilot Wings Undercover?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
It's probably a Pilot Wings simulator. It's like a wannabe Pilot Wings.
Probably. Night in the Woods, though. I want that. I want that.
And then we have Restless Spirit coming to PS4, and this is February 1st, Thursday.
That's airing right now. Yep.
Shiftlings Enhanced Edition coming to Switch.
Never heard of it.
Skyforce Reloaded also coming to Switch. That was a game that's already released on Xbox and PS4.
Of it. Skyforce.
And then we have Friday, February 2nd. We Were Here Too coming to PC. Mad Carnage coming to Switch.
All right.
Past Cure is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And then we have EA Sports UFC 3, Xbox One, PS4. You know who's not going to be on the cover of that? Ronda Rousey. Why? Because she's not with the UFC.
She's a WWE superstar now.
Yeah, she is. What was it? 7-year contract did she sign with the WWE, I heard?
Yo, that's a long-ass contract.
That is a long contract, like really. And then last but not least, Nightmares from the Deep 3, Davy Jones, Xbox One and PS4.
That's an extensive name. Okay.
So there's really nothing on the list that I'm really interested in. I mean, I was looking at the City of Final Fantasy because I was like, ooh, Final Fantasy, ooh, fighting game, my two favorite things. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, I played some of that beta that they put out.
There was a beta for Final Fantasy?
There was a beta.
Oh, there were two other better betas out at the time, I think. That's why
Monster Hunter and the Dragon Ball Z closed beta were out at the same time.
That's why I didn't play that one. I saw it, but then forgot.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Fighters beta was out at the same time.
Timing. Not on their part, but just bad timing.
Just period. What about you, Aaron? Anything?
No. For a split second, I thought about UFC because I've played the two previous, and I really want to like those games, but it's kind of like the new WWE games. Funny that we mentioned Ronda Rousey, but the button controls are just too complicated and complex in those games nowadays.
It's too tanky. It's too clunky. It's not.
It's clunky. It's very clunky. The UFC 2 was super clunky, but it's just like you've got to press like 7 different buttons to put somebody in like an arm bar, you know? And I don't know. It's just a little too much for me, so probably not. The only thing I might pick up is something off the Switch eShop because they're having that 30% sale going on. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna scroll through that and see if they've got anything worth picking up. So
I was gonna look and see if they had Uno cheap again because I was gonna get Uno over the holidays. What? Oh, this is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we have the nicest things, by the way.
And by the way, guys, for the audio listeners, this is going to be the first show that is going to be available on video.
Yeah, so sorry for you guys.
Check it out.
Yeah, I apologize in advance.
Ray, of course, Aaron and I have our faces visible. Ray's got his face all covered. Like
I gotta have some of it that can't be recognized by facial scanning software, so it's okay.
You can't know who I am.
Nope. You do not know the way.
Neither do you with that disgusting beverage you keep drinking.
Listen here, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm sorry.
All right, guys. So with that, now we're gonna talk about what we've been playing. Since Ray wants to hide his face and make faces while doing it, what'd you play? Let's talk about what you played because you probably have the most extensive, not list, but the most extensive time because Ray probably hasn't slept in the last 72 hours.
I tried. I love to sleep, but I could not stop playing Monster Hunter. My God, I think I have 12 hours in Monster Hunter already. I love that game. That game is so much fun. Way more fun with your friends, by the way. They're texting me right now. You gonna play Monster Hunter? I'm like, not now. After the podcast. So Monster Hunter after we're done.
later, fools. Later.
Then Dragon Ball Fighters, which I have been pining for quite some time. That game is just as much fun as I thought it was going to be. I'm very happy. They're having some technical issues here and there, but eventually they'll get fixed. I'm sorry for you folks on Xbox because I hear that's kind of the worst situation right now. So hopefully they get that fixed pretty quick because it's just basic stuff that's not working for Xbox here.
Which do you like better?
Oh man, Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter far and away. The game's so good.
I should have that Thursday, by the way, hopefully. So if I do,
let me know. We will hunt some mons.
I think our friend Aaron should get it so we can do the trio of the podcast.
Yeah, hey, Aaron.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I also played a lot of that Sea of Thieves. By the way, Sea of Thieves, a ton of fun. Only with friends though. I did not have a good time when I played it solo.
I've heard that the beta didn't really have a whole lot to offer. I made it comparison to Destiny 1. That game is going to come out and it's going to be exactly what you played in the beta, and it's going to be Destiny all over again. Because you did pretty much what you can do in that closed beta. So I hope they prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong because I had a great time with my friends. Well, my friend Tony Sin when we played together. We got drunk and threw up everywhere. You got to play with Tony. I'm jealous because Tony only plays. Yeah, Tony with an I. Yeah, it's Tony with an I now because of the YouTube comments.
God. But yep, so we played Sea of Thieves together. We got drunk together. We died together. We found treasure together. We had a good time. I like Sea of Thieves a lot and would love to have more of you guys play with us because it's that much fun. But I'm hoping, well, since I'm getting on Game Pass, I can't really complain too much about the price. So,
I mean, that's probably what I'll probably end up doing is probably closer to when it comes out. I'll probably get it on Game Pass since they announced, and that's something we'll probably talk a little bit about with the exclusives and stuff like that with Microsoft. Since they announced that all of their exclusives are going to come out on Game Pass and all of them that are Play Anywhere, you can get Game Pass and use it on PC. Yeah, hey, that's pretty good.
smart move, Microsoft.
I don't really know. I mean, because they're only getting a fraction of the monies back.
Oh well, they have $135 billion in the bank. I think it's fine.
but eventually, the coffers run dry if you don't keep replenishing them.
$135 billion will go a long way.
I mean, that's like Nintendo. Nintendo's got a nest egg of what, a couple $100 billion or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but
it's a lot of money too.
It's a lot of money too. But
so they'll be fine for a while.
They'll be fine for a while. But I mean, do you really want to have to sell everything at a loss and try and lure everyone in with supposed like gimmicks or tricks and trying to be like, hey, come do this because we got this and we got that and we've done, because it kind of seems like
it's not my money.
We'll talk in a little bit about it because I have some opinions on that.
But the game I wanted to play this weekend that I didn't get to play is Celeste on the Switch, which I look forward to playing.
I saw that it got some perfect scores out there.
Yes, that game looks so good. I really want to play that.
By the way, Monster Hunter on Metacritic was running at a 90 when I last checked. I think that was yesterday.
That's nice.
And Dragon Ball Fighters was running at an 88 on Metacritic. So
that sounds about right.
Two solid games already released in January.
This is a really good start to the year. Like really good start, like strong start to the year, because both of these games have a lot of just substance. There's a lot to play in both of them. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball at all, Fighters is incredible. If you're new to Monster Hunter or if you're a veteran of Monster Hunter is awesome. It's a good time.
I heard it's what you know and love from Monster Hunter, but better. That's the way I've heard it described.
100% how I feel.
Okay, Aaron?
So, what are you guys been playing?
PUBG.
Sub cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But hoping that kind of tapers off now, because speaking of John Morgan, him and I received a chicken dinner together finally. So if you've been following along with this podcast, you know that I've had plenty of second place finishes, some 7ths, some 14s. Him and I did a duo. I ended up dying halfway through. He carried the rest of the way.
I can't call you Mr. Second Place anymore.
I mean, technically, I guess you can, because he finished the match.
John carried him.
He did.
Was backpacked.
But I was there spectating him, calling things out for him.
Moral support.
Hey, there's a guy in that bush over there, So it counts.
Called out, get them shot too. Yeah.
It counts for me also. You shouldn't have to call somebody getting shot when it's by their teammates. So
I mean, you should know better.
That's just wrong. All right,
I really wish that I had video of that, because it was the second funniest thing, but it was also like the best thing to ever happen in that video game.
So I jumped back into Star Wars Battlefront 2 because I hadn't finished the campaign all the way.
Are people still playing that game?
Triggered.
I don't see people playing the multiplayer anymore on my friends list. Like I had a whole bunch of people playing it.
I figured people would drop off that pretty quick.
And then I started Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
Yeah, you told me. How's that going?
Oh, it's so much fun.
Ooh.
Shooting the Nazis.
All right.
I'm glad you brought up Star Wars Battlefront 2, though.
Okay.
Because now we can officially put Star Wars in the description of this video. And get all those
54,000 views.
Get all those hating ass haters in here.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 sucks ass.
Super cheeks.
Yeah, there we go. I said it. I don't even know if I actually feel that way. I just wanted to say it.
I haven't played it yet, so I don't really know.
A moment of silence for all of our comments. There you go.
Rip. But yeah, so that, and then some more GTA Online. So I now have the facility. I have the motorcycle club. I have a bunker. I have the mobile operations center, and I have an Avenger. So
what's an Avenger? Like not an Iron Man.
The Avenger is it's like a vertibird. It's like a vertical helicopter.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Doomsday Heist.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh man, it's got turrets and everything. Yeah. Had an interesting moment before the show tonight. I was checking on my businesses and I was resupplying. So I was with my friend Paul, and we were playing. And one of the propellers, because I was getting shot at by helicopters as we were, flying away from picking up the supplies and stuff from Merryweather. Mm-hmm. So one of my propellers, because it's got two, one of the propellers goes out.
Oh no.
So then I start flying like this.
Oh no.
And we're like trying to get to the back to my bunker so we could deliver the supplies. Lo and behold, I made it. Just barely, but I made it. I made it happen. So flying a helicopter sideways, tilted.
Skills.
Yeah, that was some skills. I was like, that was the worst resupply I've ever been a part of.
Oh, jeez. I love video games, guys.
But yeah, so there was that. And then, as you guys know, I've been doing the Friday Night Magic streams. I don't know if you guys have seen when I put them up and everything now. So we are streaming those now on the Facebook. Yeah, Aaron did. Come, dude, get a deck. Come play with us.
Okay, so all right, shit you not. We were at Target the other day, and as before you get out of the Target, there's a big wall of collectible cards, and I was like, sweetheart, let me go look and see how much these damn Magic cards cost, because Ray and Eric keep talking about it, and I'm like, I might just buy like a starter kit. And
you can get a Commander starter deck for like $35.
See, and I was like, okay, I might do this just to play with Ray, because I know he's been playing a lot, and I would have somebody to play with. So, who knows? I might do it. I'll stop by this Friday, see what's going on, and see how I'm feeling.
I mean, right now in Magic, the most recent Commander decks. So Commander is a 100 card format versus the normal 60 card.
Uh-huh.
Right now, they had tribal decks, which mean that they follow a certain theme. So they have dragons, they have cats, wizards, and what was the other one? Dragons, cats.
Is there a dog deck?
Vampires.
A dog what?
I want a dog deck.
Closest thing to dogs you can get is werewolves.
That's cool enough. I'll play that. Yeah.
There's werewolves. You would have to look to build that, or I can help you get the stuff that you need to build it. But if you want the different decks or whatever, they have those pre-built. They have other ones too that have certain themes from the previous years.
I want a pirate deck.
You can actually build a pirate deck now.
I'm a pirate.
Or you could build the dinosaur deck too, because they just introduced dinosaurs with the last 2 sets.
This is the best game ever.
Dinosaurs and pirates.
I like this. In the same deck?
Yeah, you can have, dude, you can mix up your deck however you want.
See, I'm doing it.
As long as it follows the right colors. Because your colors dictate how you summon things in the game.
I like it.
Aaron, you remember that part of Magic? By like tapping your land to summon?
Oh, you tapping your deck?
Yeah.
No, you tap your land and stuff.
Tap your mana.
Yeah, your land is your mana, yes.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole thing where you teach Ray how to play this game again. It's been a long time.
I can teach you. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. I actually was playing what we call Group Hug on Friday.
Group Hug, all right.
Group Hug is where you help the entire table. So I'm helping everyone, giving everybody land to tap for their mana and stuff. And you could draw extra cards, and you could do this, and you could do that. Well, my friend got a little nuts with the power. And he's like, "Hey, I'm going to kill everybody on the table." I'm like, "Not me, I'm protected." And he's just like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I lived." And he's just like, "Okay." And by trying to kill me in one shot, I had a creature that whenever it prevents damage for me, it gets that many counters on it with its power. So I had so power is your attack, and then your toughness is your defense. So it was a 42-42 power and defense. So then I go and I kill him next turn.
Never mind. I don't like this game no more.
It's fun. It's just like any other like battle game. It's just you're doing it with cards instead of on a screen.
I might give it a shot, man.
But I think we kind of talked about that, so we're good there. So hey guys, you know what? If you want to talk about the list here of anything that you're getting or anything that you want to play with us, let us know in the Facebook group.
Yes.
Geeks and Gamers. Tag us. Let us know what you think. We know we have a lot of listeners, a lot of friends out there in the community, because we always hear, "Hey guys, I just listened to the newest episode," that kind of thing. So thank you very much for the support again. But let us know what you've been playing or anything you plan to buy. I know Ray could always use some more people to play with Monster Hunter. I want to play some Monster Hunter with the community, so hit me up.
Do we have a Monster Hunter album page?
You can make one.
I will employ Aaron to make one for me. Yep,
I will make one for you.
Hey, we should get a Geeks and Gamers Guild thing going.
Yeah, man.
For Monster Hunter.
I will join a Geeks and Gamers Guild. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because you can have multiple,
play with
right?
Tony.
You can have
Can't play
multiple
with Tony
guilds,
Sim,
right?
though.
Oh, Tony.
Rip.
He's on Xbox.
Play My Heart Will Go On. That's for the audio listeners.
The audio listeners get the nice.
You get a treat if you listen to the audio version of this show.
Not that we don't. Hey, you know what? Watch one and listen to the other. Just watch the video,
True.
so you can see the expressions on our faces, and then you can listen to the video and get the nice little cues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, guys. So we're gonna go into the gaming pulse.
Doodle-doo.
So we got some good topics this week, I feel.
This is a good one. We haven't had any news in 2018. Let's be honest.
Not a whole lot. No. So this one's going to revolve a lot around Microsoft and some of its recent moves, its dealings, and things like that. Which is why I said, "Hey, we're going to talk about that in a little bit." So,
yeah,
I mean, one thing we mentioned here recently, Microsoft did release the Game Pass, and they said, "Hey, it's going to be available for Play Anywhere for PC too, so you can play all the latest and greatest exclusives." Like Sea of Thieves is going to be on there, Crackdown 3. What else is going to be on there?
So I was talking to my wife about this before I came in here, and I was like, "Yeah, they only have Sea of Thieves, Crackdown, and that other game that
State of Decay."
Yeah, that game.
State of Decay.
I legitimately could not remember that game for the life of me. I just downloaded the first one via Game Pass, by the way. So I'm gonna.
I have that on PC still. I have that on PC, so that's why I played that one. Okay. So I mean, so that was the one first thing. I mean, and then here, so now following up from that, a lot of people have been kind of talking because while the Game Pass thing makes a lot of sense, and it's like, oh my goodness, you get all to play these games, and then when you realize what Microsoft has coming, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and Crackdown 3
announced so far, yeah.
It doesn't when you kind of when you pull the curtain back, because what I was going to say was Microsoft has been the greatest magician this generation so far.
The greatest showman, right?
They no, not the greatest. They don't get that designation. They get they're like one of those Vegas magicians that is just a cut above. They're doing their nightly shows, but their fan base is dwindling down. Yeah, that's where Microsoft is right now.
So Chris Angel.
I guess, because I remember when Chris Angel was like the dude.
I actually don't know anything about Chris Angel, so for anybody who gets mad about it, honestly, I don't know anything about Chris Angel.
Lord Squeenix at hatemail.com.
I hope we get at least one Chris Angel supporter in the comments and YouTube that's like, oh, fuck that guy. He talked about Chris Angel.
You don't know anything about my Lord and Savior, Chris Angel.
So I mean, in this year so far, the things that we've heard about that are supposed to be coming for PlayStation 4 are Last of Us Part 2. It's a rumored 2018. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed to 2019.
Yeah, but they haven't said anything otherwise yet. So I guess
Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man.
Yes, please.
Is said to be coming out this year. God of War, we got a release date. April
20th is going to be one of the best days this year.
Going up against Cardboard Markers.
See, I was just talking about God of War. Y'all need to get over it.
Then we have Dreams coming from Media Molecule.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Everybody forgot about it because we haven't heard about it since forever.
I've seen people talking about the previews, so that's good.
And then, the previews I heard have been positive, but it's not. They're like, it's good, but it's not like system seller, like blockbuster good.
Which that's usually Media Molecule.
That's usually Media Molecule's bread and butter kind of thing. And then, of course, the one that actually caused a stir at the end of 2017, Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
With that trailer.
Yeah.
The showcase.
I really want to play that game. It'll be the first Quantic Dream game that I actually buy.
You know what's bad about that is I played what the heck was it? What's it?
Heavy Rain?
Heavy Rain.
Didn't play that.
And then I played Beyond Two Souls, Beyond. Was it?
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Beyond
play
Two Souls. And I was just like, I played those, and I'm just like, okay, like, come on now.
I did not play those. I didn't
I wanted to love Beyond Two Souls, and I couldn't. Like
I take that back. It was more fun to watch those games than it was to play them, and that's why I didn't play them. I watched them though.
Because they're like interactive movies, basically. But I really feel like they've kind of evolved beyond that now with the Detroit Become Human, just with the choices and things like that in the game and stuff like that have been apparent so far. But yeah, so the exclusives, is one of those things where it's like, oh man, and that's part of the problem. I mean, and then to go off of that, there's been rumors going around that companies like EA have been looking for someone, a larger company, to buy them. Something like, I don't know why people are throwing Valve in there, because I know Valve is probably never going to do that.
This is one of those things where I'm like, I don't say anything is not possible at this point.
I mean, it's not that it's not possible, but it's highly improbable, I guess is the more.
To a small, lesser degree, yeah, but still possible. Yeah. Possible. They got we talked about how much money they got. That's a lot of money.
100. They have $130 billion, which, when you compare it to a company like EA's capitalization is around $35 billion.
Right.
So they have $100 billion on roughly or so.
But think about the portfolio you gain when you buy something like that. That's a lot. There's a lot in EA.
I mean, but the thing is that because of how profitable those games are, only profitable is because they're on multiple platforms. It would be kind of like along the lines of what happened when they bought Mojang back in 2014, where
they kind of keep it on multi-platforms.
They keep it on multiple because otherwise you're shooting yourself in the foot if you do it any other way.
But because they gain so much, they can gain to sacrifice a little and make some things exclusive. Speaking of which, Anthem could totally be an Xbox One PC.
And I would say that would be a bad move.
I don't know. If there's a possibility it'd make a lot of people buy Xboxes, to tell you that. If you could only play Anthem on Xbox, you're damn right I would have bought an Xbox.
I have one word for you. Titanfall.
So Anthem is not Titanfall. Anthem already has so much more promise.
Not really. After all the negativity that EA's been under for what happened with Star Wars Battlefront, what happened with Mass Effect and
BioWare than I am about Respawn ever. I still played in Mass Effect Andromeda. Didn't hate the game, just wasn't as good as what I anticipated it to be. It wasn't a great game, but it wasn't a terrible, this game should never have been made game. They should have tried harder, for sure. Mm-hmm. But I think
that was supposed to be their big thing, their big Sony killer. That was going to be their game that was going to give them the advantage. That's the way the game's journalism and the media is like, oh, this is going to be the biggest thing ever because this is rolling into getting into the hype and rolling from 360, and they literally dropped the ball.
I told you I liked Titanfall, but it was not the game that was selling me any kind of machine.
That's how they marketed it when EA was like, yeah, this is going to be the game that's going to sell Xbox gamers on Xbox. It didn't do it.
They tried.
That right there is proof of concept of why they shouldn't make Anthem exclusive.
Oh, this is all speculation.
They got to do something exclusive, though.
Exactly,
man.
Though.
Because when you say,
and that's if it happens, because it may not happen.
Right. No, we're just speaking, hypothetically or whatever. But when you say, man, these games are coming out and they're going to be available with Xbox Game Pass, State of Decay, Crackdown 3. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff, man. Like,
you ain't wrong.
Maybe I'll play Sea of Thieves or State of Decay, but dude, I haven't cared about Crackdown since the original Crackdown.
Like, you know why? Because didn't it come with a beta for Halo 3?
No, the first game was fun.
Crackdown
the first Crackdown was great.
It was.
I'm just kidding. Like I thoroughly enjoyed Crackdown. I love the idea of Crackdown. It's just that 2 was garbage. So, yeah.
Yep. And coming out with. So first and foremost, the Xbox Game Pass and then their exclusive titles, that's awesome. And I think we all agree that it's pretty fucking dope that they're doing something like that. Secondly, they very well might, with that move, they very well might be changing the game in the future of gaming. Like they could have just literally revolutionized the whole thing. Movies, TV, I mean, all that stuff is streaming nowadays,
You're right.
Games is quite possibly next to go on that list. But you got to come with something better than State of Decay and Crackdown 3. I mean, you got to, something like Anthem would be perfect. I mean, it's just, they need something heavy. You know what I mean? They need their Last of Us. They need their God of War. They need something.
They need Halo to return to form. They need Gears to return to form.
No, they don't. They don't.
That ain't no say that.
No.
I need to let this be known. I really like my Xbox. I just need more reasons to want to keep playing on my Xbox. That's the thing here. And like you just talked about, yeah, Halo and Gears are nice, but those games are not going to help them get anywhere near the PS4 at this point. They're still speculating the PS4 is still outselling the Xbox One 2-1. You know, that ain't, if I know my math, that ain't good.
by the end of 2018, PS4 has the chance to pass PS1, doesn't it, in sales? Because they're at about 75 million units right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah, they're about ready to pass the PS3's lifetime.
Right.
Oh my god.
PS3 and 360, which the PS3 did end up winning the last generation console war in sales.
Did it?
Jeez. Right at the end, within the last since 2012.
So it the momentum the 360. They kind of snuck in and stole the momentum and didn't let it go. Yep. Wow.
It's just Xbox. It's hard to even almost talk about Xbox, but like they revolutionized gaming with the 360. I mean, being able to like that Xbox Live infrastructure was revolutionary for gaming.
With the original Xbox that came in,
right? But I mean, the 360 took it to a whole new level, though. You know, smaller indie games that you were able to download that were actually fucking good ass games.
Xbox Live Arcade was one of my most favorite things.
Yeah,
of the modern console generation.
And then they went and nuked it.
Right.
True enough.
But on top of those things on Xbox 360, Xbox 360 has a long lineup of exclusive games that were awesome.
That were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in that era, when it came to Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, when there was games across all three, I mean, I was getting everything on my Xbox. Like it's where I played everything like that. And just Xbox Live in general, you know, your friends list, party chats, all that stuff. I mean, Xbox and Microsoft have a great way of just revolutionizing things, and they're doing little tiny things here and there nowadays, trying to gain back some of that momentum, like with this Game Pass thing, which again,
is still very cool. I still like it. It's a good idea.
It's awesome, but it's missing one key component. And the word is in the title of Games Pass. It's games.
Games.
Yeah, man.
Missing the games.
100% agree with you.
And every time we've talked about Xbox on this podcast, we say the same thing. Games. Like, please give us games.
I mean, at the same time, though, we had that episode where we talked about EA some and the studios that were closed under EA and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, Microsoft has had an iffy record with with companies and acquisitions and things like that, such as Lionhead, Fable. Those games were great. And Rip.
It's the saddest thing ever.
Rare was like the biggest game developer during the N64 PS1 era. They were making all the big games. I mean, most of them came to Nintendo, which was like GoldenEye and stuff like that, Perfect Dark and stuff like that. And then they carried that momentum over, and then Rare just kind of died.
Well, I think, and that's because Microsoft didn't play the game that they were supposed to. You're supposed to, if you bring in studios like that, you take care of them. You build them up. Microsoft did not do that. Microsoft was more interested in taking people and shifting them around to different places they think are going to do better.
You know what would be, you know what would have been great, too, for Microsoft? Scalebound. That would have been fucking cool.
I'm pouring one out right now. Pouring out a LaCroix for my homie Scalebound right now. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Pour it out.
Pour one for Scalebound.
I got some Pepsi.
Yeah.
I was so fucking hyped for Scalebound.
Everybody was, man.
Scalebound was one of the best games ever in my head, at least.
To be completely honest with you, I first heard about Scalebound through Neek, through your old podcast.
Because I talked and raved about it so much. I love that game.
Oh, man.
And then they were like, "Hey, by the way, it's canceled forever."
I mean, and then you look at Bungie, which was like the biggest acquisition for Microsoft, and then Bungie was like, "Deuces."
You know why? And that's because Microsoft, from what I can tell, did not treat them well.
No, they did not.
That's why they left.
And then they got 343, which continued Halo,
and it was
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of A.
So
a lot of cheeks in those
Microsoft,
recent
we got a
Halo
lot of work to
games.
do. I feel like Phil Spencer really wants to do a really good job. He wants to. I don't know at this point how are they going to get there without making these acquisitions.
He should resurrect Visceral.
Oh my god! So I guess my question is then, since we talked about the EA acquisition, what companies do you think Microsoft should acquire to help kind of pad their portfolio or start to build some better stuff? I mean, I've got a few ideas if you want me to go first.
Yeah. Because the first thing that come to my mind is who are you going to take away from PlayStation? Like,
well, it's not just taking stuff away from PlayStation. It's just tying up a third party,
right?
Which is fine. And PlayStation does it. Sony does it. So, one of my big ones, I think, off the back was 2K games. I would love Microsoft to tie that down. That's XCOM, the 2K sports games.
That's Take-Two Entertainment. That's the people that own That's Rockstar's thing.
And that's original BioShock.
Money is money.
Game, right?
Yep. Money is money, though. You know. So if they offered them enough money, I bet they would be willing to part with it. Maybe just maybe. This is, like I said, my wish list. Granted. So that one, I think Devolver Digital would also be good at Microsoft. Be another good one. Let's see. Deep Silver. They haven't been doing too many huge things recently.
Are we ever gonna see freaking the Dead Island 2?
That's what I'm saying. That could be an Xbox One exclusive.
I know didn't it get canceled?
It got canceled once and then resurrected with a different studio, and then we haven't heard anything since.
Yep.
So they basically said one studio they gave it to was like, "Hey, we don't like this game. We're going to go with a different studio. Okay, thanks, bye."
Is another survival zombie shooting game the answer that Xbox needs?
Nope. But I think Dead Island would be a good one if they took the time to make it.
It'd be a cool, exclusive to have on the side, sure.
And then another just kind of small curveball. I mean, and these aren't huge, crazy outlandish acquisitions. I know that. And then the last one I guess I have for right now, Telltale Games. Microsoft could scoop up Telltale, and I think that'd be great.
You know what? I do have one thing I want to mention to you guys, if you guys remember it or not. Remember the E3? It would have been E3 2013. When they announced Project Spark. You guys remember that?
Yes.
So that was supposed to be like the greatest thing. And I was like, oh man, that looks amazing. And then less than a year after it went into beta, it died.
You say that, and I think you pretty much just said why Microsoft is in the position that they're in now. And Microsoft went so hard on Kinect, and it was so abysmal that's where they lost everything. They put so much into Kinect. I think they put all the studios that they had pulled in were working on Kinect titles. And then when Kinect turned out to be a bust and nobody wanted it, they were like, well, we actually didn't bank on that. And so we're left with what we have now.
Because they just had this very large hubris, it seemed like, that they were just like, well,
they were like, Kinect's going to be the next big thing.
Everybody's going to buy it. It doesn't matter.
Everybody wants a Kinect, so much so that you have to have one with your Xbox One, by the way, which they changed that real quick when they found out. Everybody thought that was booty butt cheeks. But yeah, I mean, it makes me feel so bad because it sounds like I rag on Microsoft all the time. And
because you do.
Half the time I do, but I don't want to. I do because there ain't no games for me to play on my Xbox. You know what my Xbox does?
I mean, I really think that if Microsoft could...
That's exactly what my Xbox does.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing. It plays Netflix and Hulu.
And PUBG.
I really think if Microsoft could probably tie down some of those second party studios that do the good things for them, like Playground and Play10 and the guys that do Forza.
That they haven't tied that in. Like what?
Because they're second parties. They have deals with them for them to make their games, but they could, if they ever wanted to break away and be like, we want to make our own game for all consoles, Microsoft can't do anything.
Microsoft messed up when you didn't lock down Insomniac. I'm just going to tell you now. You messed up.
I mean, Insomniac always had that good relationship with PlayStation, and then they made that Fuse game, which was terrible.
Yeah, that was pretty butt cheeks. But then they made Sunset, which was amazing.
And then,
for some reason, there are some people who I know that did not like that game. That's on you, but still, Sunset Overdrive was incredible. It's a great new IP, but also dead because nobody bought it when they bought their Xbox. So, I don't know, man. Like, it's nice to say, Microsoft should just make more new games. That's easy to say. But like,
who's gonna make them?
Right? Who's gonna make them? That's the thing. Like, who's gonna make these games for Microsoft? Phil Spencer ain't about to code these games himself.
So I mean, Playground Studios and Turn 10. Those are the two big ones that I'm like, why haven't they? Well, Turn 10 is exclusive first party. Well, Playground Studios the one that that does the Forza Horizon series. I'm surprised they haven't tied that all up.
Well, I prefer Horizon to regular Forza. So
I don't play racing games unless it's Mario Kart. So the last racing game I actually gave a shit about was like Need for Speed Carbon.
Oh, you gave a shit about it, huh?
Oh, you guys are bad. You guys are so terrible. So I mean, and then so there is another piece of news now that we kind of talked about that. So mine would be probably, before we move on, kind of answer questions, probably like Platinum Games or something like that would be a good acquisition for Microsoft. But
RIP, Scalebound.
RIP Scalebound. After that whole relationship of Platinum working with them, and they're like, we can't do this with them.
But you're right. I think Platinum would be a good one to buy. Platinum would be good. I'd like to see that.
I don't know what else would be like. What else would be a good thing? I mean, I guess kind of since Sony has the relationship with Capcom, maybe something. What I'm hearing barking. Is that
who let the dogs out?
Bam, 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 bam. I hope it's somebody plays that.
But like, what is it? Team Ninja that does the Dead or Alive series? Huh?
Do they not already own that studio?
What, the Team Ninja?
I mean, it'd be. I would like to think that they would have bought them because I feel like I've only ever played Team Ninja games besides I think I Am Setsuna, which is Team Ninja, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
the first party studios that they have are 343, the casual games team, which does the solitaire mahjong Minesweeper. So that's where you need to send your crazy request to, Aaron, to play your solitaire on everything. Lift London, Mojang, and Rare, and the Coalition are the first party.
It?
Those are their first party studios.
Ooh, Phil, you got some work to do, bud.
Like second party, some of the second party ones that give us that are some of the ones that we want to talk. Undead Labs, which does State of Decay, that's a second party studio.
They can stay second.
Iron Galaxy, which did Missplosion Man, Killer Instinct.
That's a pretty good group. I like that one.
Armature Studio, which did Recore, RIP.
Well, yeah, that game.
Remedy, what is going on? What is up with Remedy? Like, I know Quantum Break didn't do that great, but come on now.
Look, I also really like that game, except for the last boss fight. Fuck that boss fight. I don't care what nobody says. That was the worst boss fight of all.
Was that like the first Fuckboy Jones? Or was that like Fuckboy Jones?
Yes, it was. He was the original Fuckboy Jones. I hated the final boss in Quantum Break. I was having a great experience with that game. Loved it. Got to that part, started to instantly hate it. I hated that game when I got there. Oh man, you just made me remember that all over again. Oh, God.
So I mean, and so these are just some of the studios that were. I mean, they also had the Alan Wake games, which were amazing, and then you have other games like Moon Studios, which gave us Ori and the Blind Forest. Come on now. That was a great game.
That's the Ori studio though. You can't that's Ori. That's it. I don't know if that's a system seller, but damn, it's a good one to have in your lineup.
Yeah, but it's a second party, so
unfortunately, you would think that they would lock that up.
I mean, you would think. I mean, and then there's a Skybox Lab which did the Age of Mythology, the Age of Empires, that kind of stuff.
What's the group that does Path of Exile?
Path of Exile?
Yeah.
I have to research that. I don't remember the name of the studio, but
Is that Obsidian? Yeah. Who does that?
What's funny is
Grinding Gear Games? Question mark.
Grinding Gear Games.
Buy them, Microsoft. Stop
Right?
being dumb. Buy that company. It's a great company to have. Path of Exile is amazing.
Yep.
Buy that.
I still feel like I would like to see them bring back something that's dead. Like Visceral. Give Xbox an exclusive Dead Space game
to do that.
They would have to buy EA.
Which they could do that. But yeah, buy Path of Exile's developer. That's a great game and a really good version of that game is on your Xbox already. I don't know if they'd be cool with that, but
what do you guys think about what's the Ark Survival Team?
Ark Survival Team? I don't know, but yeah, it's another good one that they can buy. Although they kind of compete with Minecraft, but they're in the same vein as Minecraft.
Studio Wildcard is the name.
I've never been too personally interested in Ark, but I don't see how that would be a bad thing for Microsoft to have on their platform.
Yeah, so it looks like there's quite a few studios that work with Studio Wildcard, because it looks like it's Studio Wildcard, Instinct Games, Effecto Games, and Virtual Basement.
Oh boy. Oh, and by the way, people are probably yelling at us and probably saying, I am one of the people who think buying the PUBG Corp would be a very smart move.
I think it would be a good idea, to buy PUBG. It's just one of those things where I think PUBG wants to be everywhere. Well, so PUBG's I think it would come everywhere as far as being on Sony's.
I know what you mean, because right now they're on PC and Xbox. Everywhere would be the PlayStation 4, but I don't feel like they would lose too much money if they were just on Xbox. If people confirmed that PUBG was only on Xbox and PC, I think you get a lot more people who will be buying it on PC and Xbox. Just that's the way it goes with exclusivity. You buy it because it's exclusive to this platform.
Yeah, so. And so and with that, and then I guess also to go along with their current gaming kind of push, they acquired cloud gaming startup PlayFab.
Yeah,
we don't know
read that.
Yeah, so we don't know the deal. The terms of the deal weren't disclosed. But it comes with, Microsoft trying to compete with Amazon Web Services, which just recently introduced different tools for game developers a couple years ago.
Which it sounds like it just makes developing a game easier from a tech aspect, which is awesome. That's good. I just want to see how Microsoft's going to implement those tools. Good old Azure.
Yep. Make Azure more common choice for game developers. It looks like Atari, Disney, and Rovio are currently among companies that use PlayFab's current services.
Interesting. You better be careful, Microsoft. Disney gonna be like, hey, fuck you, I'm buying you now.
Disney has enough money to do it too.
Buys everything, so y'all better be careful.
You trying to mess with our homies over there?
Disney Box One is coming to your living room with a Disney streaming service near you.
We'll buy you out. We'll buy you out, and you don't have a choice but to like it.
Actually, I am mad. Hey, Disney, buy Microsoft.
Save them.
Save them. Put all the Disney games on the Xbox.
Right? Make all the Disney exclusive, right? Disney likes money too much, so they'll make it everywhere. They'll put it everywhere. They'll just put the best version on Xbox.
They'll be like, oh, yeah.
You get the limited gold platinum vault edition on Xbox.
Jeez.
I hope Microsoft buys EA and makes Star Wars Battlefront exclusive to Xbox so that we can get some more Jeremy videos.
They can't do that. Because they have a deal with Sony right now. You have to wait till the deal is up.
Yeah, the exclusivity.
They have two more games.
Money talks.
They still have
money talks. If Microsoft threw a couple of those B's at them, those billions.
It'd have to be a few billion because I'm sure the contract on that is airtight, bro.
Yeah, right.
Even better, then we should get Jeremy to do a video of why they should get out of that contract.
What do you have to lose except for a few $1 billion?
So I think have we talked about that enough?
I think we talked to
covered it.
I'm curious to see what other people think about it.
Yeah, let us know what you think about this. If we're missing anything,
comment, Xbox sucks ass. I mean, I do that all the time.
I mean, and don't. May I ask one thing though? If you do this, don't go from the total fanboy route, because usually when people go fanboy, I shut it down, and I'm just like, I'm not listening, just because I want to have a good discussion. With in a good debate and intelligent, dialogue back and forth. Not just, well, it sucks because it did this, that, or Xbox rules because it is Halo.
Because it sucks, right? Duh, yeah. Don't you know?
I like to have intelligent dialogue back and forth with these kind of things, because it's always about learning. And as we always say, competition is the best way to push businesses to do their best. That's going to turn into a meme. You know that, right?
I hope it does. I hope it does.
Tony!
Clip this.
Make it happen, Tony! Make it happen. They can't delete the video.
I'll delete the video.
Tony with an eye is going to get you.
Tony with the eye coming for you.
I'm going to slap the eye off him. He better watch out.
So be just Tone. Tone!
I can't wait to read the YouTube comments on this.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. So, all right, guys. So I think we've talked about the Gaming Pulse enough this week for the topics of the show. But let us know what you think, and, if we missed anything, or if there's anything you want to add to this. Definitely want to hear from you. Just for the record, we will be skipping Geek Mail this week because a certain someone not pointing the elbows forgot to ask for questions this week.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I still think we should save it for one big, long Q&A episode, though.
That was shitty of you.
Well, one week when there's like absolutely
So was it of you to shoot your partner, John Morgan, in PUBG.
John Morgan's character, PUBG. I want Tony Sin to find a screenshot, or John could provide it. Give him a screenshot, and then we could do like one of those airbrush RIP things. In an image and post it to the group. Tony with an eye. Do it.
I'm gonna get a picture. I
laughed until I cried.
I want to get an airbrush John Morgan RIP T-shirt.
Just with his chalk outline as RIP.
No, it's gonna say RIP. It's gonna be his PUBG character.
Oh,
get the PUBG character and get the RIP. That's how we do it, the airbrush style.
Jeez.
All right, so we're not going to have Geek Mail here for you. So let's go ahead and we're going to go into the Geek Outs. Do you guys have anything you want to mention?
Yeah, not so much. Well, a shout out to everyone that I always shout out, the whole community. More of a statement. Just don't wish death upon people. If someone created a movie or a video game or anything, and you just happen to not to like it, there's not a necessary need to hope that person dies just because you didn't like it. So don't be a piece of shit person. And other than that, piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. So, that's it, man. I see it all the time, and it's like, fuck, man. Like, get a hold of your life.
Or the hold of something or someone, because you need help at that point. You really do. You done, Aaron?
Sure.
No Kool-Aid dog this week, Ray?
No. I left. She's over here sleeping on her pillow because I left the door open so she would not be Kool-Aid dog this week. If you missed that episode, go back and listen to near the end of last week's episode to see what that means. But shout out to me, of course, as always, the community. Thank you guys so much for listening. There's a lot of you, and I know you all have a lot to say, so say it. We'll get through all of it at some point if you do. So there's that. Thank you very much. Yay! It's great. So that's all I got.
My God.
All right, so so for me, geek outs to you guys, of course, as always, because you guys always, do the show with me every week, and it's actually a highlight of my week to sit down and be able to talk about what's going on in games and what's coming out and that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Even as much as we don't always agree or disagree, aka cardboard and markers.
Wow, get over it.
But shout out to, I guess my usual list of suspects is now going to be, Jeremy Griggs, of course. Congratulations on becoming a YouTube celebrity.
Or infamy, yeah.
Or infamous. Yeah, he's more infamous than famous, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Caroline Precious and her doing her thing with the most recent episode. And our boy Tony with an I, Tony Sin. John Morgan for being on the show this last week. He actually added me as a friend on Facebook finally. Hey, we're Facebook friends. And we got to kind of interact some on the Sports Wars group.
Friends because I shot him. Oh.
Also, shout out to our boy Marquise Moore, who currently right now is battling some illness because he was supposed to be a guest. He was supposed to be a guest tonight. So shout out to you, homie. Hope you feel better. We love you, man. Get better soon. But also, one more big shout out is to a fan of ours that came to our attention, Alan Harris. So it looks like Alan Harris found us. He's random person, not really connected to us any kind of way on any social media that we're aware of. But shout out to you. Hey, if you want to get a hold of us, you can find me on Facebook, Ray Osorio, ReyOsorio. And you can find Aaron Morris, and Ray doesn't want to be found, so don't worry about it.
You can find me on Twitter at Ray Apollo. Hit me up.
At LRayNY617 on Twitter for me. But thank you for listening to our show and being a fan, and keep doing what you do. We recently heard that you've had some health complications and things like that, so we hope you get better soon. If you're if that's your thing, if not, hit us up. If you have any gaming or anything you do on any of the consoles or PC, except for Aaron. Aaron doesn't do the PC thing. Don't ask him. But definitely get in touch with us. We'd like to definitely get in touch with you. Get to know you a little better and kind of get to know our fan base and our friends, that we have through the show, because that's how I met Ray. That's how I met Aaron, through other shows and stuff like that. So
I really appreciate you because of all the other stuff that you listen to. You choose to listen to and absorb our content. So thank you. There's so many other things you could be doing. And listening to. And I really appreciate that. I want you to know that. Seriously. It means a lot.
Yeah, I really appreciate it too, Aaron.
Thank you, Alan. Just wanted to say thanks, man. I mean, if you end up being the only person that ever listens to the show, then that's good enough for me.
I'm totally fine with that.
And one last final shout out that I have to give our one shout out, and he gets the special one every week. Thomas Gilkey, great dude, awesome guy, except when he's shit talking or shit posting about the Patriots.
I love when he shit talks Aaron though. It's the fucking best. Please keep that up.
He's got an official title in the community now. It's on the website. If you look, he is the official Patreon sponsor.
Okay, so thank you very much for being the official Patreon sponsor of Geeks and Gamers and Geek Pulse Radio. Thank you very much, Thomas. We love you, man.
Thank you, my man.
Except when you're shit posting about the Patriots, I'm tired of hearing about it. I'll be so glad when the Super Bowl's over.
You can do whatever you want.
I'll be so glad when the Super Bowl's over and we can transition to baseball finally.
Sports.
Yep. So, but that will be all for this week's Geek Pulse Gaming. Hey, if you enjoyed the show, give us a like and share with the fellow geeks and gamers in your life. If you didn't, make sure you send all the feedback to lordsqueenix@hatemail.com. That email box should be full by now, Ray. I'm telling you. But no, seriously, send it to the Geek Pulse Radio Network Facebook page and at geeksandgamers.com. Make sure you follow all things geek by subscribing to Geeks and Gamers on YouTube, youtube.com/C/Geeks and Gamers. For all of our other content, like the Geek Pulse Radio Prime podcast, that is hosted by our fearless leader, Jeremy Griggs. Also join the community, facebook.com/groups/geeksgamerscom for the Geek Pulse Radio Network. And also support us on Patreon. Geeks and Gamers is the Patreon for that is patreon.com/geeksandgamers. So once again, shout out to you, Thomas. Thank you for being the official Patreon sponsor. Follow the gaming adventures of our friends on the Twitch page, twitch.tv/gamingwithgeeks. And also follow us on Twitter at geeksgamerscom and Instagram at geeksandgamerscom. On behalf of the new Mr. Switch, Aaron Morris, and the man of many nicknames, Lord Squeenix himself, Ray Apollo Williams.
Yeah, Microsoft by Square Enix. I forgot about it. Thanks. Goodbye.
This is El Capitan Ray Osorio saying that'll be game over for now. And as always, guys, rise above. Geek Pulse Gaming out.
Fuck LaCroix.
I hate you.
I love everybody. Bye, guys.